we got to provide you that information. And then we need to try to lay out the broader picture of what this is going to look like from the standpoint of timing on lights, timing on getting customers off of the transmission grid. We got to pull that together so you have a message. And I think that's been a part that I hear is that you hear it, but you don't quite understand where exactly we are with this plan.
Well, the other thing is, if they're going to sell it to members of the legislature, they need to be able to do it in a language they understand
Correct.
as well. So it's going to necessitate
So my
two messages.
How do we do that as a collective group so we can get everybody kind of on the same page to move this in? Because that's what we really have to do. We have to get the Detroit delegation aligned with this administration so that we can sit down and talk to Harvey and the governor and get them aligned with us so we can put this thing forward. We may have to make some adjustments, and we're not saying that it's, you know, it is what it is, what it is. We have to be sensitive to what can we sell.
And the other part that I think goes hand in hand with that is we need more discussions like this once a week for a couple of weeks. I don't care. I mean, we're working this thing now. If we organize this and say, look, this is meeting number 1, meeting number 2, number 3, as we go forward, we have weekly conference calls with the folks at DTE. We've had weekly calls with other people to try to get it. So be it.
Ken, what's the timeline on this?
I think I asked that question. You know, ideally, if we're looking at introducing the main bill this week, probably looking at introducing utility users bill either probably next week to get beyond the filing deadline. The Senate bill has already been introduced, so we have right now bicameral. If Representative Walsh agrees to do the bill, we would have bipartisan. If he does not, I do have a contingency plan on that. But I think that ideally we would like to get, and I know that Dennis much more and Bill Rustin have been, they've been engaging Speaker Bolger about getting expeditious movement out of this package in the House on the main bill. I've also had conversations with Representative Wimet, who is the chair of local government, which is where the bill is going to be reported. The way he runs his committee, he likes to have at least one hearing before he reports the bill. I believe that at best we're probably looking at getting the main bill out of the House probably mid-June. If we can get it out mid-June, I don't know if we can get the Senate to move before summer recess. But ideally, me and Dennis much more, we've been comparing notes. I'm thinking that if we can get this whole thing done before the start of the state's fiscal year, October 1, I would be very happy. Now, if we can get it done before then, great. But, you know, that's...
You need to start building it.
I know.
Let me just chime in here. Looking at timelines and what needs to be accomplished, we got to get something sooner than that. We've got, and this is a DTE issue more than anything else, in my opinion, because as we look at summer coming on, kids out of school, weather changing, and folks just out in the neighborhood, if we don't get some lights turned on, we have to be strategic in terms of, you can say, well, it's a bad investment. I mean, we want to fix this thing all at once. It ain't going to happen like that. We've got to get some things done between school being out and school starting again. And that's going to be very, very important. And that's the message we got to do. Now, we'll have a medium-term plan that can address the problem citywide. But there's some things that I think we're going to have to do in the next 90 to 120 days.